topic for today is prepositions. Prepositions following verbs. Okay, that's the topic for today. So let's start in a minute or two, allow others to join. We discussed the topic prepositions following nouns, I think. Good evening. Good evening. Prepositions are...
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Prepositions are key components of the English language, and we need prepositions to understand different things, right? So basically tell us relationship between one word or word phrases in a particular sentence, right? So let's look at this topic. We discussed the topic where we spoke about prepositions preceding a noun or following a noun. Here we'll talk about in terms of following verbs.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. So let's start with the topic. Bipul, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please read the first slide.
कुछ प्रीपोजिशन ऐसे होते हैं जो कि हमेशा किन्हीं गिने चुने वर्ब्स के पीछे आते हैं.
Go ahead. पूरी स्लाइड शायद आपको दिखे नहीं, लेकिन जितना दिखता है उतना पढ़िए. Read till four तक पढ़िए जो वर्ड्स दिए.
About, argue, boast, complain, decide, dream, hear, laugh. Against, protest, at, aim, arrive, glance, guess,
hint,
for, account, aim, allow, apply, apologize, arrange, ask, blue.
That's fine. So for is account, aim, allow, apply, apologize, arrange, ask, blame, care, call, cater, count, hope, long. Okay, Soumya, please continue. Read from.
Sir, from beneficial. Sir, I didn't say. Well, I don't see.
Benefit लिखा है. Benefit, differ, die.
Yeah, sir, in my phone, so I can't see.
No problem.
properly.
That's okay. Jaspreet, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you read the slide starting with from?
Sir, I see only 3 words.
Give me a minute. Yeah, go ahead.
Benefit,
That's okay. Whatever words you can read, that's okay.
differ, die.
Continue. Continue with the next one. Preposition. In. Yeah.
Arrive, believe, belong, confident.
Confide.
Yes, sir. Of, conceive, on, comment, concentrate, decide. And for out there is no word.
Phase.
To.
Yeah. Phase out. Yeah.
Add, adjust, admit, agree, answer, apologize, apply, attend.
With is the last one. That's fine. With is the last one. Agree, coincide, collide, comply, deal, fight, meet, interfere, speak. Okay. So with all these words, basically what it means is we'll construct some sentences using these. Okay. So here what it basically means is prepositions following verbs. Okay. The first slide, as it is mentioned here, कुछ prepositions ऐसे होते हैं जो कि हमेशा किन्हीं गिने चुने verbs के पीछे आते हैं. Okay. Basically prepositions following verb, that's what it defines here. So here, these are the prepositions, okay, about. Okay, let me ask you all individually. Okay, who started? Bipul. Bipul, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Bipul, give me one sentence using about and using the word argue. About and you can change argued, arguing. You can change whatever tense you want to. It's fine. But give me a sentence using about and argue. You're on mute, Bipul.
How about you?
मेरा सवाल है, I want you to give me one sentence using about and argue in one sentence.
Okay, sir. Sir, not coming in mind, sir.
No problem. Anyone else can give me a sentence using about and argue?
Sir,
Don't argue about
Guys,
this
one
topic.
person. When one person is answering, let the person complete. Yeah, go ahead.
why are you arguing about this?
Yeah, very good. Why are you arguing about this? Anyone else? Yeah, don't argue about this.
There is no need to argue about this topic.
Excellent, very good. Excellent, very good.
We used to argue about the topics every day.
Okay, good, very good. What is the meaning of the word boast? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of the word boast?
To boost your confidence level.
Boast है word. It's not boost.
बढ़ चढ़कर बातें करना sir.
Anyone else? What is the meaning of the word boast? Boast basically means bragging about something, means talk with excessive pride and self-satisfaction about what? About one's achievements, abilities, etc. Okay. So basically it's called gloat, bragging, or let's say when you are, जैसे कहते हैं हिंदी में कि गर्व करना किसी चीज पर, that's called boasting. So it can be used in a positive way as well as a negative way. Or like for example, he was boasting about his new car. मतलब अपने नई गाड़ी के बारे में बहुत ही ज्यादा बात कर रहा था with excessive pride and showing importance, self-importance basically. Okay, that is the meaning of the word boast. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, boast meaning in Hindi, God up.
गर्व, हाँ वही काम है ना अभी, गर्व करना. Exactly, that's right.
God up.
Yeah, गर्व करना. The other word given here is decide, dream, hear, laugh, learn, lecture, preach. What is the meaning of the word preach? Preach का क्या मतलब है? Preaching.
To teach something.
Teaching is a different word. Preaching is a different word. दोनों के अलग अलग मीनिंग है.
उपदेश करना सर.
Sorry.
उपदेश करना.
Exactly. Yes, that is the difference. Preaching basically is deliver a sermon or religious address. That is the definition. However, we also say don't preach me about moral values, for example. मतलब किसी भी चीज पर भाषण देना जिसे कहते हैं, right? उपदेश देना उसे preaching कहते हैं. That's the difference between preaching and teaching. Okay, remember that. Whenever you speak, so it's preaching and teaching. There are two different things. Teaching is about concepts. You are facts, figures. Okay. Preaching is not about that. Preaching is उपदेश देना किसी को. Basically, it's like, giving a sermon or addressing someone or speaking about something. Okay, that is called preaching. The other words are aim, arrive, hint, guess, marvel, shout is fine, count, aim, allow, apply, ask, blame, cater. What is the meaning of the word cater? Can anyone tell me? CATER, cater. We need to cater. We need to cater to the needs of the poor in our country. What is the meaning of this word cater?
Management of food, sir.
No. Just because it's catering, no, that's not the meaning. Anyone else? My sentence says we need to cater to the needs of the poor in our country. What is the meaning of?
So to help.
Yeah, excellent, very good. To be basically cater basically means to सेवा करना जिसे कहते हैं, to help someone, right? That is the meaning of the word cater. Okay, good, very good. To meet the needs of something basically or someone. So cater basically means to provide with either food, drink, as he mentioned. That is one of the things. But in the broader perspective, the meaning is to serve people. Okay, that's the meaning. That cater is different. This cater is different. Okay, that I was referring to. Basically, providing provision. Okay. All right. So that word cater can be used in different things. Basically, we were able to cater to the needs of the requirements of the client, for example. मतलब हम उनकी requirements को fulfill कर पाए थे. Okay. Cater, that is fine. Long. Okay. What is the meaning of the word long here in this case with for? For and long. Long here is used as not an adjective, as a verb. What is the meaning? Length की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं मैं. I'm talking about the word long as a verb. What is the meaning of
The
that?
long,
Sorry.
the long distance.
मैं अभी कहा कि I'm not talking about length. Hear me out. I'm saying long in terms of verb. What is the meaning of the word long? There is the preposition given for. Okay. So let's say I was longing for his or for her arrival. What is the meaning of this sentence? I was longing for her arrival. क्या मतलब इस sentence का?
अभिलाषा करना या फिर
I don't know what is the meaning of that. I didn't hear you clear. Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's correct. Absolutely right. So here long basically means have a strong desire, wish or desire. Okay. So for example, when you are dreaming of something, when you are yearning for something, when you are craving, when you need something basically. So the sentence basically means I was longing for her arrival, basically means that I was waiting for her arrival. I was desiring her arrival, not waiting. I was desiring her arrival. So for example, if I say he longed for a little more excitement, matlab he desired for a little more excitement. Okay. So long basically in terms of the verb means have a strong wish or desire. Okay. So that's why the preposition long for. Okay. Benefit, differ we know, change. What is the meaning of the word refrain? What is the meaning of the word refrain?
Sir, sentences is refrain is
वो
correct.
referring to something. किसी चीज को रेफर करना, that is a different word. मैं इस word की बात कर रहा हूँ जो
Sir, to
slide पे
rearrange.
गया. Rearrange is a different word. Refrain, REFRAIN. This is the word.
सुधार करना.
No, that's not the word. That is not the word.
सर परिष्कृत करना, शुद्ध करना.
No,
सर
that
stop.
is refine. That is refine. Yeah, sorry, someone said something.
Okay, sir.
Stop, I think.
Stop. Yeah, that's correct. To stop oneself from doing something. For example, I was unable to refrain from. What is the sentence here? Yeah, refrain. Should correct. So I was unable to refrain from eating. Okay. So let's say I was unable to refrain from eating sweets or chocolate, for example. Okay. I was unable to refrain from eating chocolate basically means what? I was unable to stop myself from doing something. In this case, eating chocolates. Okay. So refrain का मतलब होता है to abstain or to desist or to forego.
Sir, आदत लग जाना.
नहीं, आदत लग जाना नहीं. किसी चीज से अपने आप को रोकना. That is the meaning of refrain. आदत लग जाना is a different thing. That is when you become habituated to something. That is a different word. Refrain basically means to stop oneself from doing something or to do without something, to shun something. SHUN, shun. Okay. The other word. What is the meaning of the word resign? We know resign. What is the meaning of the word STEM? STEM.
तना सर.
As a verb.
तना.
Sorry.
तना.
मतलब समझाइए उसका. I don't know what the meaning of the word is.
STAB step.
Sorry. STEM, STEM. I'm not talking about the stem, the noun. No, that is different. वो आप plant के बारे में बात कर रहे हो. That is different. That is a different stem of a tree, for example, or a plant. That is different. Stem basically is the main body of the plant that rises above the
Yes,
ground. That is
yes,
different.
I mean yes, yes.
No, I'm talking about the verb. We are doing a topic on verb. So tell me what is the meaning of the verb.
STAB, sir.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Sir, spelling.
लिखा है यहाँ पर STEM, stem. Look at the topic, guys. The words that I'm discussing are all from the page number 2 that you see. From
Sir, full screen
stem.
is not visible.
Okay, no problem. STEM, stem. Thank you for telling that. Stem. I also cannot see the entire screen, but whatever words I can see here. Stem. STEM. Okay, let me give you a sentence. Okay, my sentence is COVID symptoms stem from the cold weather. So I've used the preposition as well. So COVID symptoms stem from the cold weather. क्या मतलब है इसका?
शुरुआत उसकी वहां से हुई।
Originate or caused by, both are correct. Either start or caused by. So either is caused by cold weather or starts from the cold weather. So for example, many of the government's problems stem from mismanagement. इसका मतलब क्या है कि mismanage ही एक शुरुआत है, and that is the cause of most of the problems of the government. Or just giving you an example, or most of the administrative problems stem from poor management. Okay, so stem basically means originate in or be caused by. That is the meaning of the word stem. Okay, all right, thank you. Guys, please be on mute. There's some sound in the background. Please be on mute. Thank you. Yeah, stem is fine. It's fine. What is the meaning of the word confide? CONFIDE. Confide in someone.
Raj,
Closed.
I confided the secrets.
Give me the meaning.
Sir, Raj, confide. Raj.
Okay.
I think.
Sorry.
Trust.
Okay. Anyone else?
सर रहस्य सर।
Correct. Confide basically, yeah, you all are right. All of you are right. Basically, confide basically means to tell someone about a private or a secret matter because you trust that person. Okay. So, for example, I confided in my sister. For example, मतलब मैंने अपनी बहन को पर विश्वास दिखाया. That's what it basically means. Okay. So that's why the preposition in is used with the word confide. So not only we are learning the meanings of the words, but I'm also giving you sentences so that you can see how these prepositions are following the verbs. So stem from, confide in, okay? Specialize, succeed, belong, below. Conceive. What is the meaning of conceive? CONCIEVE. Conceive. CEIVE. Sorry, conceive. Conceive is the word used with of. Conceive, one of the meanings we all know is basically when someone becomes pregnant with a child. That is called conceiving, right? But I'm talking about a different thing here. I'm talking about a different, so both the meanings are used as verbs, okay? The one that I gave the example for. However, there is another meaning as well, which is again a verb, conceive. And the word conceive is used here with the preposition of, okay? You can also use with in.
Concentration, I think.
No, incorrect.
सर न्यू आइडिया और न्यू प्लान।
What about the new plan? What are you doing with that new plan? You are forming or devising a new plan. So for example, the project,
Imbibe.
no. The project, just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Okay, so basically, let's say my sentence is the project was originally conceived in 2002. Okay, The project was originally conceived in the year 2002. Okay, this is my sentence. Then basically what I mean by this is the fact that this was originally planned. Okay, this was originally planned in that particular year. Okay, so that is the meaning of conceive. Okay, basically means what? It basically means to form or devise a plan in the mind, basically to draw up a plan or to come up with a plan or to think or to formulate or to create and develop a plan. That is the meaning of the word conceive. Okay, all right. Dream, hear, think, conceive, die, we know, agree, comment, decide, elaborate. What is the meaning of the word elaborate?
बढ़ा
Detail.
Describe.
Absolutely. Elaborate basically means vistar se kehna. It's not. So that's the difference between being brief and elaborating on something. Elaborate basically means detailed. That's correct. Good. Insist, we know. Impose, we know. Lecture is fine. Add, just agree, answer. CONFORM. What is the meaning of this word? Conform. What is the meaning of this word? Confirm. What is the meaning of this word? This is not CONFIRM. That is confirm. Okay. To confirm something. No, that is not the word. CONFORM. What is the meaning of this word? Confirm. What is the meaning of this word?
अनुरूप. Yeah,
So, matlab
same.
kya hai uska? What is the meaning of that?
Means
Sir, rule, sir.
Rules what? Always complete. Give me a complete answer, guys.
Okay, sir. Some to obey the rule.
To comply. Let him complete. To complete or to comply with rules and laws and standards. Okay. So to abide by, basically. Okay. We must confirm. What is the one given here? 2. Yeah, we must confirm to the protocols. Okay. Protocols. Okay. If I make a sentence, we must conform to the protocols. Basically means that we must follow the rules and the protocols. Okay. That is the meaning. Confirm. Any other word? Phase out. What is the meaning of the word phase out? Can anyone tell me? Phase out. We phased out the old computers. What is the meaning of the sentence? We phased out the old computers. Phased out is a phrasal verb. What do we use it for? Phase out. We need to or we must phase out. Let's say we must phase out. We must phase out the old computers in order to increase productivity.
Have seen.
Sorry?
Have seen.
I didn't understand what you meant. Phase, PHASE. Phase out.
Like हम देख चुके हैं.
No.
Destroy.
Remove.
Absolutely. Not destroy, remove. Yes. Something that is to discontinue a process, project, or any service in phases. Phase का मतलब क्या होता है? What is the meaning of the word phase, guys?
Time period.
Exactly. Very good. A stage or a period. Charan जिसे कहते हैं, right? So basically, when you say we need to phase out something, means we need to get rid of something or discontinue doing something in a proper phased manner. It's not that you do it all of a sudden or abruptly. You do it in a phased manner. मतलब इन 3 महीनों में ये काम किया जाएगा, उसके बाद 1 महीने में ये, and then in the last 15 days, this is what will happen. That is called to phase out something. So eventually, it's not like suddenly you remove everything or you discontinue something. Like for example, even when even when the company is about to shut or is about to get a new project and they want to add something or they want to remove some follow the processes that they've been following for a long period of time, what do? They phase it out eventually. It's not like suddenly आज rule आया कल से सब बंद, नहीं. Phase out basically go slow and do it in a phased manner. That's called phase out. Okay. The last one, coincide. What is the meaning of the word coincide? Coincide with. My birthday coincides with his, for example. Coincide. What is the meaning of the word coincide, guys, in English? Coincide, coexist, conquer, clash, conflict. What is the meaning of these words? Coincide, simple. Think, what is the meaning of the word? I just gave some synonyms as well. My exam, okay, let's say my exam coincides with the, okay, with your holiday. My exam coincides with your holiday. What is the meaning of the sentence?
At the same time.
Absolutely, absolutely right. Coincide basically means what? When you say at the same time, means it occurs, okay? It occurs at the same time, okay? Coincide का मतलब होता है occur at or during the same time, okay? So let's say, for example, the product launch is set to be or is timed to our product launch is timed to coincide with the public holidays, or our product launch is timed to coincide with the New Year party, for example. Matlab at the same time, it will occur at the same time, okay? To occur at or during the same time. Collide, we know. Clash, basically interfere, speak, fight, meet. I think the other words are pretty straightforward, okay? I'll just quickly read the words given on this slide so that if you all want to make a note of it quickly, you all can. The prepositions following verbs are about. So about ke saath, we were arguing about, he was boasting about. This is the manner, okay? The verbs given are argue, boast, complain, decide, dream, hear, laugh, learn, lecture, preach, protest, quarrel, okay? Against, protest, at, aim, arrive, glance, dekhna, glance, guess, hint, laugh, look, marvel, shout, smile. For, account, account for means what? Take responsibility for. So he needs to be held accountable for, means he needs to be held responsible for something. Account, aim, allow, apply, apologize, arrange, ask, blame, care, call, cater, count, hope, long, from, benefit, differ, die, refrain, resign, result, stem, suffer. Stem is spelled STEM. In, arrive, believe, belong, confide, dress, interest, result, specialize, succeed, off, conceive, die, dream, hear, think. On, agree, call, comment, concentrate, decide, depend, elaborate, 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 impose, insist, lecture. Out, phase, to, add, adjust, admit, agree, answer, apologize, apply, attend, belong, confess, confirm, consent. What is the meaning of the word consent? Yeah, absolutely. Agrees. Sahmati, jise kehte hain. Okay. So permission for something to happen or agreement to do something. So consent is mandatory, for example, means agreement is mandatory. And with agree, coincide, collide, comply, deal, fight, meet, interfere, speak, quarrel. So you'll see that there are some verbs which will go with multiple prepositions, not just one. So that's how these verbs are. Okay. Let's continue and look at the second slide. All right. Okay. Kavya, can you hear me? Yeah, go ahead. Read the next slide, please.
She smiled at him.
Smile at him. At is the correct preposition here. Good. Very good. Thank you. Tulsi, can you hear me?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Read the next slide. Read the entire sentence.
I have to be
Deal
with a lot of compliments.
Complaints. Complaints. Yes. I have to deal with a lot of complaints. Matlab, बहुत सारी शिकायतें मेरे पास आती है. That's what the meaning is. I have to deal with a lot of complaints. Okay. Soumya, go ahead, read the next slide.
वर्ब के बाद आने वाले प्रीपोजिशंस को अक्सर डिपेंडेंट प्रीपोजिशंस कहते हैं क्योंकि वो वर्ब पर निर्भर डिपेंडेंट करते हैं.
Absolutely. Which is something that we discussed. Go ahead, read the next one.
आपने शिमला के ट्रिप के बारे में क्या सोचा है? What have you thought about the trip to Shimla?
Shimla. Okay. What have you thought about the trip to Shimla? Correct. Correct. Good. Very good. Thank you. Aryan, can you hear me? Aryan, go ahead, read the next slide. Aryan, you are on mute at the moment. I'm unable to hear you. Okay, I'll come back to you. Ankita, can you hear me?
आप राम के बारे में इतनी शिकायत क्यों करते हो? Why do you complain about Ram so much?
Yeah, very good. Why do you complain about Ram so much? Correct. Absolutely right. Here will be about as a preposition. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Dipali, go ahead, read the next one.
He keeps reading about sports all the time.
Keeps reading about
Sports.
all the time. Yeah, correct. Thank you. Okay. Deepak, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, read the next slide.
Fourth one, sir. What are you quarreling about?
Yeah, what are you quarreling about? Yeah, किस चीज पर झगड़ा कर रहे हो, बहस कर रहे हो? What are you quarreling about? Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Shahrukh, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, read the next one. हिंदी में पढ़िए सेंटेंस पहले.
राजू उस आंदोलन के खिलाफ विरोध कर रहा है. राजू इज protest against that movement.
Read it again. Raju is protesting is the word.
Raju is protesting with that movement.
With कैसे हो सकता है? आप किसी के साथ नहीं कर सकते हो ना. With का मतलब चेंज हो गया. मैं किसी के साथ प्रोटेस्ट कर रहा हूं तो उसका मतलब चेंज हो गया. कि विरोध में, विरोध का मतलब क्या है? Against. Read it again.
Raju is protesting against that movement.
Yeah, very good. When you protest with someone and you protest against someone, the meaning changes. मैं किसी के साथ प्रोटेस्ट कर रहा हूं मतलब that person is also with me protesting against something. Okay, so किसी के साथ प्रोटेस्ट करना और किसी के against प्रोटेस्ट करना, there's a huge difference. Okay, Raju is protesting against that movement. Absolutely right. Okay, it's not moment, it's movement. Okay, all right. Swati, can you hear me? Swati, go ahead, read the next one.
Yes, sir. I don't want to argue about such petty issues.
Pretty nahi, petty issues.
Petty.
Petty basically means something that is not of importance. Tuch जिसे कहते हैं, tuch. Something that is of not great importance, something that is trivial or of less importance, minor, small, basically. Okay. So I don't want to argue about such small issues. That's what the meaning is here. Okay. All right. Jasprit, go ahead, read the next one.
Yes, sir. Take a quick glance at those exercises.
Exercises, plural. Read it again.
Take a quick glance at those exercises.
Yeah, very good. Take a quick glance, take a quick look at those exercises. Okay. Shalini, go ahead, read the next one. Shalini, can you hear me? Shalini, you are on mute. आप कुछ कह रहे हो तो I'm unable to hear you. Okay. Just read the sentence.
I am not to be blamed for her mistake.
I am not to be blamed for her mistake. मतलब उसकी गलतियों की वजह से मुझे blame मत करो. That's what the meaning is. Okay. Right. Next, Bhargav, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, read the next one.
पार्टी के लिए खान पान का प्रबंध करेंगे. They will catering for the party.
They will cater.
Cater for the party.
They will cater for the party. Yes, that's correct. Your catering cannot be used here. They will cater for the party. Okay. Basically, they will provide and they will arrange food and drinks for the party. That is the meaning here. Okay. Shalini, can you hear me now? Okay, guys, any problem, please disconnect and reconnect. Okay. Balaji, go ahead, read the next one.
I am resigning from my job.
Yeah, very good. Very good. I am resigning from my job. Correct.
From my job.
Okay. Let's say if I want to give you a sentence, I am signing to the fact that I will never recover my losses. Okay. Let's say if my sentence is another way of using resigning. Okay. I am, tell me the meaning of the sentence. I am resigning to the fact that I will never recover my losses. What is the meaning of the sentence? And what is the meaning of the word resigning here in my sentence?
It is confirmed you will not recover your loss, and you leave that thought.
So what are you basically doing? When you are resigning to the fact that you will never recover the losses, what are you doing?
You explain yourself, you will not recover that again.
It's not about you explaining it to someone. What are you doing it for yourself? What are you doing it?
Accepting.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. You are accepting the fact that something undesirable cannot be avoided. So, for example, he resigned himself to whatever, basically he accepted the fact that that something undesirable cannot be avoided, or basically you have no choice but to accept something. So it's like philosophical. Basically, you were patient about it, and you've now become tolerant, and you are accepting the fact that this is something that was bad. It happened. Unfortunately, I cannot do anything about it, and we cannot avoid it. So here in this sentence, the guy has accepted the fact that he cannot recover his losses. That's it. Okay, very good. That's one of the other meanings of resigning. Okay, so that's when you can use the word. You can use another preposition as well in that case. Okay, here it is obviously I am resigning from my job. Okay, thank you. Arnav, can you hear me? Okay. Arnav, can you hear me? Okay. Manju, can you hear me? Accepted the fact that he cannot recover.
Yes, sir.
Manju, go ahead. Read the next slide.
उसने मुझ पर भरोसा किया. She confided in me.
She confided in me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. She confides in me is in the present tense. She confided in me.
Yes.
This is an instance where it happened in the past.
Arnav, can you hear me?
Yes.
Manju, can you hear me?
Yes. Arnav, go ahead. Read the next slide.
Manju, go ahead. Read the next slide.
My voice is echoing.
उसने मुझ पर भरोसा किया.
Okay. Please ensure you check the connection, Arnav. There's something wrong. I'm able to hear my own voice. Okay, Bipul, go ahead. Read the next slide.
Yes, sir. These days, people are dying of unknown diseases. Fourth one, sir.
People are dying of unknown diseases.
Yes, sir. Diseases.
Yeah. आजकल लोग बीमारी से मर रहे हैं in the present context. Yes, absolutely. These days, people are dying of unknown diseases. Okay. Good. Thank you. Kavya, go ahead. Read the next one.
I have never heard of a blue colored tree.
Very good. Never heard, not heard, heard.
Heard. Okay.
I have never heard of a blue colored tree. Okay. I'm sorry, I mistakenly selected the third one. It's the second one. I've never heard of a blue colored tree. It's probably a mistake here. Hear of a. Yeah, that's correct. So I've never heard. It's not here. Heard. Correct. That's how we pronounce the word. Soumya, go ahead. Read the next one.
Please concentrate on your work.
Please concentrate on your work. Okay. Correct. Ankita, go ahead. Read the next one.
मीरा ने उस विषय पर विस्तार से बात की. Meera elaborated on that topic.
Very good. Meera elaborated on that topic. Okay, correct. Absolutely right.
Elaborated.
That's correct. Thank you. Dipali, go ahead. Read the next one.
कुछ टाइम बाद ये मशीनें इस्तेमाल नहीं होगी. So second one, after some time, this machine will phase out.
Very good. Absolutely right. After some time, this machine will phase out. Exactly the word that we discussed. So this again is in a phased manner. New technology keeps, there's new technology that gets introduced every now and then. So obviously the old ones have to be phased out, right? So after some time, this machine will phase out. Okay. Correct. Thank you. Swati, go ahead, read the next one.
I will contribute with the relief fund.
How can it be with?
Sorry.
You can contribute to
Sorry.
something.
Contribute to the relief fund. Sorry.
You can get relief from something or you can contribute to something, right? So yeah, I'll contribute to or toward. Toward is also fine in this case. I'll contribute toward the relief fund or to the relief fund. Both are appropriate. Okay. Jasprit, go ahead, read the next one.
Yes, sir. जब भी वह उदास होती है संगीत का सहारा लेती है. Whenever she is upset, she resorts to music.
Absolutely. She resorts to music. Okay. Resort is how we pronounce it. So basically when you resort, like one resort obviously is a noun which we visit. The other is resort basically means to turn to or adopt a new strategy, basically to turn to something to solve your problems. Matlab, for example, I resorted to meditation, for example. I resorted to meditation for I resorted to meditation, for peace of mind or due to my stressful schedules. Okay. Yeah. I resorted to meditation for peace, for example. Okay. Or I resorted to meditation to take a break from my busy schedule, for example, or stressful work. Okay. So to resort basically means to take help from something. Okay. Or to take help in order to find a solution to something. Okay. Or to adapt a new strategy. We will need to resort to new tactics in order to make progress, for example. Okay. Means basically we'll need to adopt new tactics in order to find a solution. Whenever she is upset, she resorts to music. Okay. Balaji, go ahead, read the next one.
That truck collided with a car.
Excellent, very good. That truck collided with a car. Correct. Thank you. Okay. This here is here it's given as interfere in. मतलब किसी चीज में शामिल होना जिससे आपका कोई वास्ता न हो. So basically, he was interfering in our private matters. Okay. Basically, he had nothing to do with our private matters. He was still interfering in. And interfere with means कुछ होने से रोकना. I interfered with, or give me a sentence with interfere with. I interfered with, or with. I interfered with with unlawful means taken by the police. Okay. I interfered with unlawful means taken by the police. Basically means what? That I interfered with. I stopped the things that were done by the police and the unlawful measures that they were taking. So that's the difference between interfered in and interfere with. Interfere in means आपको किसी चीज से लेना देना नहीं है. There's nothing that you've got nothing to do with it, and you still try and be a part of it. The example that I gave is he was interfering in our private matters. And the second one is interfere with. We must interfere, we must not interfere, or that can be the first one. We must interfere with the process adopted, or we must interfere in the matters of the state. Basically means we need to stop something from happening. So this is how we use interfere in and interfere with. Okay. We'll look at one or two examples to get that. Manju, go ahead, read the next one. This should be the last one. Manju is not able to hear me. Soumya, go ahead, read the last one.
अगर आप दवाई से छेड़छाड़ करेंगे तो कभी ठीक नहीं हो पाएंगे. If you interfere with the medicine, you will not get well soon.
Very good. Here, this is a very good example. If you interfere with the medicines, basically means what? That if you try and stop the medicines or do not allow the medicines to, do not complete the course, or you do not allow the medicines to take full effect, you will never recover, or you will never get, get well soon. So yeah, this is a good example of interfere with, and basically means to stop something from happening. So if you interfere with the medicine, you will not get well soon. Okay. Correct. Well done. So the prepositions that we discussed here about, okay, in, for, okay, of, with, to, okay, from. So these were the prepositions that we used. Quickly, just have a look at it for our learners who were joined late. Okay. These were the prepositions we discussed: about, against, at, for, from, in, of, on, out, to, with. Please practice these in your free time. And there were some words that we discussed. Some of those words you probably came across for the first time. We discussed the meanings of those words and how we use those words in sentences following, these were the prepositions that were following these verbs. So the verb and the preposition go hand in hand. Okay. So please practice in your free time. We continue to have topics, prepositions, adverbs, adjectives. These are common topics that we keep coming across. Obviously, the exercises change, right? There are different prepositions that keep getting introduced, and our practice is based on that. But the ones that you've learned, and the good thing about this topic is there are a lot of new verbs that you might have come across. Okay, so please make a note of the verbs so that if you want, just take a screenshot or just practice this topic in your free time and try and make some sentences using these words. Like, for example, if you take the word dream about, or dream of, or resign from, allow for, marvel at, he was marveling at, I was marveling at the amazing architectural structures. Okay, I was marveling at the amazing architecture. Shouting at, smiling at, okay, or agree on, comment on, apologize to, apologize for. The meaning changes, right? So this is how certain verbs can be used with multiple prepositions, but then the meaning changes. Like the example, to fight with someone, to fight against someone. Okay, there's a difference between that. To protest with someone, to protest against someone. There's a difference. किसी के साथ protest करना, किसी के against, किसी के खिलाफ, right? So use the verbs and try and use different prepositions to convey different meanings of a sentence. That is what you can do in your free time. Okay. So I'll allow you all to leave early today, and thank you so much for your valuable time. Have a great evening and enjoy your weekend, guys, and keep practicing. Okay. I'll see you guys on Monday. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.